Good afternoon, wow, I'm way off by a few hours. Good evening is what I meant. But my name is Richard, and on YouTube I go by Resilient Rich, just because it takes resilience to stay on this narrow path that leads to eternal life. Especially in the days we're in, man. Evil's here. It's here. And it's just gonna keep getting worse. And if you can't see that, I would encourage you to open your eyes, because it's on a whole new level, man. And there's gonna be a time where we don't even recognize this place, dude. Normal, let me turn this down. Hang on. The old normal, it's gone, man. And it sucks. It's challenging. But at the same time, it doesn't suck, man, because it's prophecy, and it just means that we're getting closer to being out of here. For the ones that are doing it right, that are living right, living to glorify God, not themselves, not trying to gain the happiness of the world. But I want to share an experience that happened last night, dude, that was insane. I really feel like these people are trying to take my life, man. Like, I mean that wholeheartedly. Am I scared? No. No, I know who I am and I know what protection I have. But I want to share a story about last night. So I go to load, and when I go to load, I'm told I have to wait on the scale because, long story short, they loaded a truck heavy, so they were taking sand from one trailer and putting it in another trailer, right? This has happened millions of times. This place is huge, okay? So I'm sitting there for a minute, and I've mentioned, like, when I'm at location, sometimes, like, I'll get hot flashes or certain smells and just start feeling like crap, man. This was starting to happen on the scale. So I made a video real quick about, or I didn't make a video, I just recorded it to see what her answer would be. And I said, can I go back there and wait by where I'm gonna load? Like, why do I have to sit here on the scale? I didn't say that. I just said, can I go back there close to where I'm loading to wait instead of sitting here on the scale? She says, because they know to cover themselves, dude, in the nicest, sweetest voice on the CV. No, sorry, they're, due to them offloading one truck onto another, you need to stay here. Yeah, right, dude. You know how many times that's happened and we're allowed to go back there? Not to mention, dude, so the scale's right here, and then right by the scale, this isn't normal. There's a bunch of train carts, okay? On the left, like right by me, that's not normal. And then on the right, there was a bunch of train carts that are always there, you know? But dude, that smell I've mentioned before, the literal smell of death, dude, it smells like death and like cigarette smoke. That's the only way I can explain it, man. Came in, okay? And then I started to get that feeling, dude. And this was one of those ones that was not easy to get away. So I knew what they were doing, man. And it was irritating. So I get off the scale and I pull around and I come to my loader and I'm sitting there, dude. And the loader comes up to me. Of course, he tells me, dude, every time I went to load yesterday, it was like at least 2 hours. Like out of the norm long, man. Same with location when I would offload. Well, the loader comes up to me and he says, one of the employees got the loader stuck, so he had to go help him. Yeah, right, dude. So I'm sitting there, and sure enough, dude, this smell is still there, and I'm just getting that feeling like evil is in my truck, basically. You know what I mean? Like a presence of evil that is very heavy and very dark, and it's death, dude. It smells like it. That's why I know they're trying to take me out, man. I know that, and you can call me crazy, whatever. I don't care. I know the truth. I've never smelled anything like that until this kind of stuff started happening. Spiritual warfare is real. And if you read Revelations, it's just going to continue to get worse, man. Things are being released. So these people who are working for Satan are becoming more powerful too. But anyway, so I'm sitting there waiting, right? Dude, it's like 20 minutes and I can't get the smell to go away. So I'm like, dude, what can I do, man? So I go to the Bible and I start reading and, like, you know, writing in my journal. Well, when I do this, guess what? Within 2 minutes, dude, the loader's back to load me. It irritated me, man. The smell went away and it was good. It came back a few times that night and I just did some things to get rid of it. But the fact that she made me sit there on the scale, that is not normal, dude. That is not normal at all. Oh, and not to mention, the company I was working for when I started to notice this gang stalking, like when I first started to notice it, man, and I thought it was the company, like, making sure they hire decent drivers. Dude, I've never seen this company at this loadout. I've never seen this company in Casper, Wyoming, where I lived, and I still have to go back to for my classes and where my kids live. So the other day I'm going to Casper, sure enough, dude, right when I'm exiting the highway, one of these trucks that's belonged to the company that I first started noticing gang stalking is, as I'm pulling off the highway, he's pulling off the highway, but from the opposite side of the highway. Like, he was going south and I was going north, but we're both exiting, dude, at the same time. And then I've seen those trucks, at least one of them, every day since then. And then I go to loadout and guess who's there, dude? 3 of those same trucks. And I'd never seen them before. Could that just be, you know, they're loading out of there because there's a frat going on around here? Yeah. But it made me think, especially with everything that's going on, dude. And this kind of stuff is going to continue to happen, man. And I truly believe that, like, people who are saying this is crazy, they're going to wake up sooner or later, and then they're going to remember people who talked about this kind of stuff like me, people who weren't afraid to come out and expose darkness, man. Some of us were sent here. Strictly our purpose is to expose darkness, man, and I believe that that's part of mine. Like, that's the only thing that makes sense. Why else would I be in it this deep? You know what I mean? It's so real, dude. It just shows you how real evil is and how real Satan is, dude, and that the world is full of evil. There is way more evil in this world and evil people than there is good. Dude, everyone I work with, basically, I promise you, whether they know it or not, they act like it, man. And the thing is like, good people, like happy people, successful people, people who are comfortable in their own skin, don't put other people down and don't go and they don't do things like that, man. Like, they don't participate in gang stalking, but it's rare to find that, man. And I'm not, like, at this loadout that I'm talking about, all of them participate in it. But the specific one I'm talking about last night, dude, this is gonna sound judgmental, but I just wanna like tell you like how I'm looking at it. Like I said, I'm not being judgmental, but none of these people are like good-looking people. You know what I mean? They're all different looking, dude. And then this woman, who I've always been super nice to, super respectful to, I'm not kidding, dude, probably pushing like 250, 300 pounds. Like, and I could just see and feel the pure fakeness in her, dude. And it was irritating the crap out of me because I knew what she was doing, but she was talking super sweet, man. Like, so sweet. And it just, dude, it irked me. But, you know, I got myself together and I didn't react, you know what I mean? Like, inwardly I was, which I'm working on still, but like, I was still respectful to her, I was still polite to her, but I knew it, dude. Like, how could you sit there and just be so fake like that, man? Like, I could feel it. I knew, dude, I knew what she was doing. I knew what she was doing. There was no denying it. That's how positive I was, man. And she was doing it because, like, I guarantee they watch my videos and all that, so she does it in case I'm recording, you know what I mean? So that it sounds like she's doing absolutely nothing wrong, the most polite lady in the world, you know? And it's challenging, dude, but like I said, man, reading the word is what gets you through this, dude, and is what like refreshes your spirit, and refreshes your energy, man. And I just want to share some things that, dude, hit home. And I just did this study a couple days ago, but it's in First Peter chapter 2. I just want to share a few verses and then speak on them. But this is First Peter chapter 2. I'm gonna start. Let's see, where was I gonna start? Right here. Verse 9. But you are a chosen race, a royal priesthood, a holy nation, a people for his own possession, that you may proclaim the excellencies of him who called you out of darkness into his marvelous light. We need to remember that, man. And that's what will keep us from like lashing out on these people, dude. Because even though maybe we weren't on the depths that they are, and we didn't go out and like harass people and strictly try and put people down, dude, we were in darkness once too. You know what I mean? So we can't be acting like we're holier than thou and things like that. But dude, it's hard, man. It's not hard to not act like you're holier than thou, but it's hard to keep it together when you know someone's trying to hurt you. You know what I mean? It's hard, man, but we were there once too, dude. And we're a chosen people, dude, and that's something to be proud of, dude. That's something to take seriously, man, and to do our best to glorify that and to show others how a true follower of Christ lives, man. And dude, I fall all the time, dude. But I don't stay there, and I try and get better, and I have become a lot better, man. But it's not me. It's all glory to God. And then now I want to go to 1 Peter chapter 2, verse 19. For this is a gracious thing, when mindful of God, one endures sorrows while suffering unjustly. One endures sorrows while suffering unjustly, being punished for nothing, basically. Like it's unjust, but I'm going to go on to 20. For what credit is it if when you sin, you are beaten for it, you endure? So basically it's saying, like, what good, why would you deserve anything if you're sinning and doing wrong and then you're beaten for it? But then it goes to this. But if when you do good and suffer for it, you endure, this is a gracious thing in the sight of God. And that's the world we live in, dude. That is the new world, man. Like, you try and be good, you try and be a decent person, and that comes with suffering. That's no longer like looked up to. That's no longer the cool thing to do. It comes with severe persecution and suffering, man. I'm gonna go on. But if when you do good and suffer for it, you endure, this is a gracious thing in the sight of God. For to this you have been called. This is 21. For to this you have been called, because Christ also suffered for you, leaving you an example, so that you might follow in his steps. He committed no sin, neither was deceit found in his mouth. Listen to this. When he was reviled, he did not revile in return. When he suffered, he did not threaten, but continued entrusting himself to him who judges justly. I'm going to go on. He himself bore our sins in his body on the tree, that we might die to sin, to live in righteousness, might die to sin and live to righteousness. By his wounds you have been healed. For you were straying like sheep, but have now returned to the shepherd and overseer of your souls. And that's what I have to do, dude. That's what I mean. Like, I'll get frustrated at myself for getting frustrated, man. Because, like, even when I was reading about in Corinthians and all the suffering that Paul went through, and I'm out here complaining about minor stuff, man, compared to Paul went through a lot, dude. But the Lord Jesus Christ went through way more than I'll ever even think of being able to handle, man. Yet he did it in perfection. He did it with love. Like, even the thief on the cross, he forgave him right there, man. Like, that is who he is, dude. That is who our Lord is, and that's who we are representing when we tell people that we are followers of Christ, man. And that's why it's important to take it seriously, man, and try to glorify him in every situation, dude. And it's impossible, it's hard, but as we read the word, like, we just develop that closeness and relationship with him, and we gain that knowledge. Like, dude, he's been through more than anyone that has ever existed or ever will exist, so he's able to sympathize and understand and then provide that strength, dude. And not only that strength, but that protection. And if it wasn't for that, I wouldn't be here. Like, that's a fact. I know it, dude. I know it. These people wanted me gone a long time ago. I've been told that. Like, the Lord has told me that. Like, I'm not being dramatic, nothing, dude, but dude, in their plan, I wasn't supposed to be here right now. Like, I was supposed to be gone a while ago. And I mean that, dude. It's been revealed to me. And that's what's made me so thankful for the Lord, man. Like, and that's what has made me know that there are so many things out there that I have no idea about, dude, that he has completely, like, either directed me around or protected me from, dude. I know it. 100%, man. And last night was just another, like, testimony of the truth to that. This situation was weird, man. It was wrong. It was never, there was no reason I couldn't go back and wait where I was going to load, dude. There was only a few trucks. There's nothing dangerous about it. Like, she was talking like it was something dangerous. You know what I mean? Like, they wanted me on that scale for a reason. Now, whether there was stuff in those cards, I get probably, like I don't know. People talk about, like, weapons and stuff that can, like, make you sick, which I believe in, but I believe 99% of this, like, I don't believe in the voices in people's heads being the government. No, not at all, dude, no. And if you do, like, no offense, but I know the truth, man, and it's not the government doing it. It's demonic. It's demons. That's what's in your head. That's the voices you're hearing. That's a demon, that's not the government. But, like, when it comes to, like, radiation tools and things like that, I don't know, man. And I don't care. Like, that's the least of my concerns, because I know that 90% of this is spiritual. And that's why, like, there's a big difference between someone who's going through something like gang stalking and has a relationship with God, and then someone who doesn't. Like, they're gonna be so lost, dude, and confused, to where if you go with God, you know exactly what it is. And you learn more and more as time goes on, dude. So then you don't get super mad at the government to the point to where you go and do something absolutely ridiculous, dude. Destroying a whole community because you're mad at the government. No, the Lord lets you know that, yeah, could the government be involved? Maybe. The Lord hasn't told me for sure, yes. I know parts of it, like cops, ambulance, EMTs, firefighters, yes, they are involved. But, like, the FBI, things like that, dude, I don't know and I don't care. Because I know the core of this is demonic. Now, does that mean that people are doing it, like, out of their control? Like, their free will is gone and they're just robots being controlled by a demon? No, dude. They are choosing to do this. And I guarantee most of them, yeah, have demons inside them. But they are choosing to do it, man. Not like someone that says it's all a spiritual thing, like, as in it's 100% spiritual and these people have no choice. They don't know what they're doing. Some of them, yeah. Some of them don't know what they're doing to the extent. But, dude, it's a choice that they made because they're too lazy to go get a real job, or whatever their reason is, because they were bribed through, do this or you're going to go to jail for this, or whatever bribe that they were given. And instead of being anyone with integrity and morals, they buckled and, took the deal instead of dealing with their own consequences. It's sick, dude. It's pure weakness, man. But, like, that's a mindset I'm trying to change too. because you know what, man, I've been weak before too. Never to hurt anyone though, and that's what like gets me messed up in my head, but that doesn't make me any better. You know what I mean? That's what I have to tell myself. But I'm telling you, dude, we are in a different time. Normal is gone. Like, the new normal is wickedness, pure wickedness, dude. The new normal is righteousness is wrong. And they are going to try and steal it from you. They're going to try and destroy it. They're either taking you out or stealing every bit of good inside of you, just devouring it through all this harassment, dude. That's what they want to do. But with the Lord, dude, they're not going to get their way. I don't care what you say, man. If you do this on your own and you're just relying on yourself and you think that they're not going to get their way, you're wrong. I don't care. You're wrong. You're gonna turn bitter, angry, and miserable, and there's a chance you're gonna go and do something absolutely ridiculous, like a lot of these people, other people have. And what do I mean by that? Mass shootings, just devastating a community, something like that. You're gonna go out and do, or just take yourself out, or something, dude. If you don't have God, eventually you're gonna fall. I promise you, man. This is too big. It's too powerful, man. And I can say that. Like, people need to know that Satan isn't some little freaking... Is he a chump? Is he a coward? Yeah, dude. But he's freaking more powerful than you could ever imagine, man. But nothing beats the power of Jesus Christ, dude. And like, as we go on our journey, dude, we're gonna learn, like, there are different levels to this power, man. Like that thing last night. Sometimes things will happen and I'll do certain things and it goes away immediately. Like the thing last night, and then like a month, 2 months ago, I don't know, a couple months ago, when a situation like this happened, like, these things took work to get to go away, man. Like, it wasn't a simple rebuke, bind, and cast out type thing. You know what I mean? It took work. But no matter what, dude, Christ always wins. Satan's already defeated, and he knows it. Like, he's already lost. And that's why he's on a vengeance right now, dude. To take everyone he can with him, man. Every single soul that he can take down to the pits of hell with him, he's gonna take. And he's doing it with a vengeance right now. And those are the times we're in. And that's why you see more and more people coming out and talking about gang stalking, dude. And if you want to say it's not real and you want to say it's crazy, dude, all you got to do is go do 5 minutes of research and you'll find out that there are millions of people talking about it. So if you're one of those people that are saying that, you're one of them. 99% chance you are one of them. I used to like wonder and sit there and think maybe they're just lost, maybe they're confused. No, dude, it's too easy to go and research and find this crap out. And if you're too lazy to do that, be too lazy to comment. For real. But it's a different world, man. It's a different world. And the sad thing is, you know what it's going to take for some people to believe? It's sad, dude, but there has to be people to preach the gospel after, like, to continue building the Lord's kingdom after we're gone. But the sad thing is, it's going to take people to literally see the rapture before they change. And then that significant event, like their eyes physically seeing that, it's going to be what changes some people. And then that's going to lead to the disciples that are going to go forth and have to be here during an extremely horrible time, dude. But they're needed too, man, because they're going to be the ones that are building the church when we're out of here, man. But I'm just doing this, dude, that, you know, maybe someone listens to this and something I say or whatever strikes something in their heart to where they don't have to wait for that moment, man. And they don't have to go through all that suffering, because, dude, this is horrible. Like, this crap that I'm going through, I wouldn't wish on anyone, man. At the same time, it's been the most positive. It's changed me into the most positive person I've ever been in my life. But it's the hardest thing I've ever been through in my life, dude. So I couldn't imagine, like, how it's going to be when the Lord's full wrath is here. And he's just letting these evil demonic spirits and entities completely devour people. I mean physically. Like, they talk about, you go read Revelations, man. They talk about people being destroyed and slaughtered by beast. You think that's fake? I see it. I see it, dude. It's already here. It's just not to that level yet. And like, if you're not a believer, dude, just really think, man. Because like, to me, I'm grateful for it, dude, and I'm not being cocky, but like, it's just common sense, man. You look around and the world is different. Like, people are evil, dude, everywhere, and it's not the same, man. It's not the same, and it's like it changed very quick. But quick, dude. Even when I first started to notice gang stalking, it was still pretty normal. And then it's like a switch just went off, dude, and bam. It's like all this evil just got released at once, man. And that's why that vision that I saw, it wasn't a vision, dude. It was like, I don't know what to call it. Do you call it a vision? It was real life. Like when I saw those things in the clouds, when I saw, I'll just repeat it real quick. I saw a witch's hat, a cloud in the shape of a witch's hat. And then right behind that, it was the perfect shape of a witch's hat. Right behind that cloud was the perfect shape of a pregnant bride, like a cloud in the shape of a pregnant woman, and like you could see her dress, the belly, and she was arched back. Okay, so the witch's hat, the pregnant woman arched back. This is in the clouds in Casper, Wyoming, dude. And then a big dragon behind the pregnant woman that's arched back. So I'll explain it real quick. It was the dragon chasing the pregnant woman, and then the witch's hat was like evil witchcraft, you know. And I think that was the Lord like communicating with me, and dude, I'll never forget that experience, man, ever. And it was an eerie day, dude. No one was out, and if you're gang stalked, you know that's weird. Like, that's weird in itself. Nobody was out, dude. It was an eerie type of silence too. And the clouds looked different, like I said in my last video, dude, or not my last video, one of my prior videos. They looked different, man. It's like they were spirits, dude. I know they were. Like, they were different, man. They were different. But I'm just trying to get people to let people know they're not alone, for one, and to do my part and just letting people know, dude, evil's here. It's here. It's going to continue to come. And there's nothing we can do about it, dude. But you know what? If you're a follower of Christ, you rejoice because you know your time's coming. It's right around the corner, man. You just got to endure. Can't give in to these people, dude. But I'll leave it at that. You guys have a good one, and I'll see you on the next one.